YouTube, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. You are tuning in for my first vlog, let's talk type of video, and today I'm talking to you about New Year's resolutions, how to come up with your resolutions, what my resolutions are, and any little tips I do have. So as the year comes, everybody's making their resolutions, things they want to change, things that they want to see go differently, goals that they have for themselves, and every year there are so many resolutions that don't get fulfilled by people due to not being determined or getting discouraged or even life just getting too busy. So I'm just going to talk to you about different tips that I do have, some of my resolutions, and how I plan to make sure that I hit my goals this year in 2018. And I really hope you all enjoy this video. And before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It is right down below down here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more of me in the future. And I'll see you, and yeah. So when I'm coming up with my New Year resolutions, there are 4 things really that I try to remember, and I call it WWW.H. And that stands for what, when, why, and how. And those are the 4 things I think that you need to stick by when you're coming up with your resolution, especially if you want it to be something that you actually stick to and accomplish in the year. The first W is what. What stands for what is your resolution? What is it that you want to accomplish? What's your goal for the year? What is that thing that you're planning to do? And then you have your when. So when do you plan to have this accomplished by? When do you have the time to actually do this? When are you actually going to make sure that this happens? And you're going to be your second point to it. And then the third W is your why. You should always have a why behind anything that you're doing, especially if you want to be successful in that. So you're going to think, why am I doing this? Why am I deciding to lose this weight? Why am I deciding to be more into my businesses, etc., etc.? You're going to want to think about those 3 things. And then also your 4th would be your how. So how are you even going to get this accomplished?
How, Sway? Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
You have to have a goal, a plan. Like without a plan, a goal is really just a dream. Really, how you don't know how you're going to get that accomplished. If you have no drive behind it, how are you going to expect it to get done? Like, we live in a world where you have to do things yourself, so you got to have that how of how you're going to maximize yourself and how you're going to push yourself to become this better person that you hope you're going to be by the end of the year, because you have 365 days and you want to make sure that you're working as hard as you need to in order to succeed and accomplish the things that you want to do. My next tip for you when coming up with your New Year resolution is to be realistic in your goals. Set those in shorter time spans. So it doesn't have to be, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2018. That's 365 days. Okay, that's great. But give yourself your limit. Be realistic. So I want to lose 10 pounds this month. And then once you've done that, then you come up with your next goal. And that also just keeps giving you something to push for. You know, you want to always aim higher than your goal, but you also want to be realistic. Does that make sense? You know, so pick something that you know you're actually going to be able to accomplish, and you can accomplish anything. It's just about if you're going to put in that work. So when you are trying to accomplish your resolutions, I know it is so hard to get discouraged in anything that you do. And to go with not being discouraged, you have to remember too, yes, you see other people out there with their success stories and how easy it was for them to come by things, or how easy it may seem, but you have to realize that things don't come that easy. Social media is really good at showing you just that, like the social part, the part that we share. But there's so much that people don't share about their lives, about their stories, of how they got to where they were. So you can't let, like, that picture perfect frame that they're showing, you can't let that discourage you. Nothing worth it comes easy. Like, you're gonna have to go through some things before you get what you want. I know for me, one of my big things that I've gotten discouraged on is my videos. For example, I get discouraged because I'm trying to look at numbers. I see the amount of subscribers someone else has, and I see how many likes they're getting, and then I look at myself and I'm like, dang, I'm not there yet. And that's frustrating. But then I have to look and I have to say, okay, yeah, I'm not there yet, but look where I used to be when I first started a few months ago. I've definitely grown. So it's not about how much you have. You know, it's about what kind of interaction you're getting, and it's about just keeping yourself motivated. You know, it takes time and it takes hard work and effort, and a lot of people put in work and don't see results for a long time, but it's just about how determined you are. And if you're picking something that you have a why of why you're doing it, and if you have a solid why behind that, it's going to be so much easier to stay determined and to stay wanting to be persistent and continue on in that goal, because it's something that you're passionate about. There's something that you really want to change, and you can't make changes unless you really want to. Because think about it, a year from now, if you had done the things that you said you were going to do last year, you would have accomplished that plus more even, you know. So you really want to keep putting in that work, because a year from today, you're going to wish that you had. And somebody else is going to have put in that work and have gotten the dreams that they wanted to. But because you were too discouraged or too afraid to believe in yourself and put in that work, you didn't reach what you wanted to. You didn't get to accomplish your goals. And that's something that's sad, you know, that you wasted your own time. So you have to stop wasting your time and actually investing in yourself so that you can grow and become the person that you ultimately want to be. What are some of my New Year's resolutions? My first one is the obvious one that everybody has, to start working out more. And I actually want to start doing that. Last year, this was a resolution for myself as well, which I started and then stopped because life had gotten busy. And that's not an excuse though, because I definitely could have arranged my time and actually done it. I could have done it before I had class. I could have worked out after I had class, but I didn't have that motivation. It's something that I really, really, really wanted to do, and to be a more healthy, you know, living a healthy lifestyle. And that goes to my next resolution, which is eating healthier and just eating more clean. Not necessarily doing diets, because I learned that those don't work for me. I just need to balance the things that I'm eating. So I started by choosing a couple days out of the week that I don't eat junk food. And that's just a small little goal. That's a realistic goal, something that I can meet. And so I'm knocking that out, and then maybe adding a day of exercise, and then growing and doing more and more as I keep going. Another goal I have for myself is to have some more financial responsibility. Money. You know, last year in 2017, I did not save how I should have, or invest money into things that I should have, or put my money in different places, you know, not ate out as much, spent money on things that I really didn't need.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
And so this year I'm going to try to hold myself accountable and just create little things for myself that I can do that'll help me save money. But one of the things I'm trying to do is save every $5 or $1 bill that I come across. Also saving all your loose change and then turning it in at the end of the year. You come across so much change, and how much of that is falling out of your purse, falling out of your bag, you're leaving on the table, you saying, oh, you keep it, you like, that's so much money that you're just throwing away just because they're little coins, but that's really cash that you can turn into dollar bills. Another one of my resolutions is to be more consistent. So being more consistent in my life in everything that I do, whether it is school, my YouTube, marketing myself, being more consistent in my creative design skills, my job, any of that, just being more consistent into what I do. Because like I said, there's always going to be somebody to the side of you that's putting in the same amount of work or even more work that you are to get the same goal that you want. And if you're not working as hard or even harder than they are, then you're not going to reach that. So those are the things that I have a goal for myself for the year. I'm sure you all have different things that you want to change in your year, or different resolutions that you have in 2018. So leave your comments below. Let me know what it is that you're making your resolutions for the year, things that you want to reach, and I'll definitely interact with you all. I gained a lot of great things from last year, really discovering myself and learning who I am and learning what I'm interested in. And I'm so thankful for you all watching today. I hope this is something that you can take something out of it, that my words, you know, made you feel some type of happiness, gave you some type of push, some encouragement to just go out and do what you want to do, because that is definitely what I'm going to be doing this year. I'm taking what is mine, and 2018 is my year, as it is all of yours. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on next video, and love you all. Mwah.